What's up, YouTube? So for today's video, it's going to be a quick and easy video. I'm basically just going to add the emblems to this carbon fiber grill, and I know I'm going to trigger a couple of you guys by doing this, but I'm going to put the Infiniti Logo emblem on my new carbon fiber trunk. So when I got my car painted a few months ago, I had them paint my emblems also, just like this, and I had that to match my red accents on my new front bumper. I think it's gonna look pretty good. So I've heard of a couple different ways to do this, but the method I'm going to use for this is, so on the back side of these emblems, there's these little notches, and I'm basically just going to cut out the notches right there, like I did on the right side right here. And I'm doing that so I can stick this little bolt in there and use a little bit of silicone to hold it in tight. And after that, I'm going to add a little bit of Loctite, like thread locker, so that the nut doesn't just vibrate off while I'm driving. Alright guys, so to cut these little notches out so I can fit the bolt in, I'm basically just going to use a Dremel tool with a diamond saw blade. Make sure to use protection. Make sure not to cut too deep, you don't want to bust through the other side of the emblem. And I'm basically using these little needle nose pliers to just twist it out after I cut the sides. Just like so. Alright, so next I'm going to be using clear silicone and putting in the little gap, and I'm going to put it around the outside of the bolt and let it sit there for a good hour or so to make sure that it holds on strong. Okay, so for the rear trunk emblem, I'm going to be using 3M double-sided tape. I'm going to lay it all around the whole backside of the emblem and trim the excess so it's not hanging over the side. I'm going to do the same thing for the front emblem to give it a little bit extra support. Alright, so now this is what it looks like after I already trimmed all the sides of the double-sided tape using this fresh razor blade. And before you take off the sticker back of the 3M double-sided tape, you're going to want to clean your trunk super good and just make sure there's no grease or debris or dirt, anything left on, so you want to make sure it sticks really good. So I just took off all the backs of the sticker, and you're going to want to make sure to do that really carefully so don't peel off the whole double-sided tape while you're doing that. Alright, here comes the moment of truth. Now you really gotta line it up perfect, try to make sure it's nice and centered and straight. I mean, I probably should measure or something, but I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully it works out. You're just gonna want to hold it firm for like a minute or two. This definitely helps if it's hot out. I should have probably done it earlier while the sun was hitting the trunk, but it's probably good enough. I'm just gonna hold it for a good solid 2 minutes. So here the trunk is with the emblem installed. I think I did a pretty good job at getting it centered for first try, so I can't really complain there. I know it's a little weird like having the emblem on the trunk with the carbon fiber, but I think it looks great, so whatever, it's my car. I got the front emblem all ready to go. I let the bolts chill there for a good hour or so they're nice and strong. Alright, here I am test fitting the emblem, and I should have seen this coming, but the spacing of the bolts didn't quite line up with the holes in the mesh, so I ended up having to make 2 cuts in the mesh so it would fit in there, right? One right there, and another cut right there. So I just took all the backs of the stickers off, and now I'm going to be using Loctite thread locker to put on the bolts to make sure that the nut doesn't vibrate off while you're driving. And make sure to only put a little bit on there. It comes out real quick, and you just need a tiny bit. So this is how I have it held on. Alright, I just got the front emblem installed to this mesh grill, carbon fiber grill. Check it out. You can't even really see the bolts on the other side unless you look real close, but that thing is nice and sturdy, ain't going nowhere. Got those nuts tightened real tight, and honestly, the double-sided tape is only kind of sticking right along the top and maybe right here. I maybe should have put another layer on the bottom, but I think it'll be fine. And that Loctite will hold it nice in place so those nuts won't come loose. And I think this just goes really good with the bumper accents, like you see here, Nismo inspired. And this color just goes so good with my burgundy interior. What you know about that? Got the headliner and all that. Yeah, burgundy's my favorite color, can you tell? And then got that rear trunk emblem on there. You know, it's a little weird having it on the carbon fiber, but I don't know, I just love it. I think it's a nice little accent piece, and let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, so that's a wrap. Nice short video, but I've seen a lot of people asking about this on like the Facebook groups. This is one of many methods to put the emblems on, but I think this will work great. And I think the double-sided tape is a nice thing to use, especially if I ever want to take it off. It's not going to like damage the trunk or anything like that. Make sure to give your boy a follow on Instagram, Donnie Bo Dangles. Make sure to give this video a like, comment, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to grow this channel slowly but surely. We're getting there. It's not my main focus, but we're getting there. Anyways, that's a wrap. See you guys on the next video.
Independent memory.